Fuchs.com.
Good morning, greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema and rosacea and acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. This healing, renewing, regenerating system is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you out. Our number is 855-660-4261. We welcome your calls on the Bright Side. We love hearing success stories. We love hearing just contribute to the conversation if you want. 855-660-4261. And, of course, if you want to purchase any of the longevity products, you can always head over to my website, brightsideben.com. Brightsideben.com. Take a look at our shopping cart with all the longevity products. And you can click on the Join the Team link as well. Make some money selling longevity products. Start yourself a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee. You can enjoy all the benefits of having your own business. Plus, you can join the Brightside Ben team and help me in my mission to educate the world about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. For you guys who want to talk to somebody, you can always call the Brightside Ben phone team, and they can give you the scoop at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. All right, thanks so much for joining us on the Bright Side once again. We are talking about protein and protein's various facets and forms. All the different things protein does in the body. As we said before, proteins are the star of the biochemical drama in the body. Fats, sugars, everything else is just bit players. They're supporting actors. Protein is the star. They're the superstars of biochemistry. Fats and carbohydrates and other structures, minerals, vitamins, these are all cofactors, supporting factors, bit players. They help protein do their work. You got different kinds of proteins based on their shapes and sizes. Big proteins like enzymes and blood proteins. You've got immune system proteins. The past couple of days we've been talking about the middle-sized proteins. We call those peptides. And, of course, you got the tiny proteins, or pieces of proteins more accurately, and those are amino acids. I want to talk about peptides for a while because peptides are so functional and they got so many different things that they do, and you never really hear people talking about peptides so much. Biochemists, of course, talk about peptides a lot. Peptides are strings of amino acids in a medium-sized chain length. Proteins, typically, what we call proteins, have lots of amino acids. You can have a protein that has thousands of amino acids. Peptides typically will have anywhere from 2 to 20 or so, maybe 30 amino acids. They can go up to 100 amino acids. Generally speaking, your peptides are around 2 amino acids, dipeptides, 3 amino acids, tripeptides, all the way up to maybe 20 or so amino acids. The little tiny amino acids, by the way, they're the building blocks. They can participate in building things, but they can also act like hormones. They can also act like communication molecules. When something acts like a hormone, that means it initiates or it causes some kind of activity in the cell. The word hormone really means, in Latin, I arouse into activity. And hormones arouse a cell into doing some kind of activity. They like poke a cell, if you will, and they poke a cell in this little spot in the cell membrane called a receptor. And this little poke is like a doorbell ringing. You think of it like pressing a button or a doorbell. Biochemists will call it a lock and key effect, or I like to think of a plug in a socket effect. That's how things get done in the body. A plug will hit a socket in a cell, and then a cell will start to do something. If it's a muscle cell, it'll do muscly things. If it's a heart cell, it'll maybe electrically contract or secrete some kind of a chemical. If it's a brain cell, it'll do brain cell things. Whatever happens in a body happens via cells, and whatever happens via cells happens because something is pushing the doorbell. And that thing that pushes the doorbell is called a hormone. Technically, it's called a ligand. I'll tell you what that is here in a second. Every single one, this is the bottom line here, every single one of the gazillion chemical reactions that are going on in the body at any one time are all associated with some kind of doorbell ringing. Every single one of the chemical reactions, and there's countless chemical reactions happening in the body, they're all associated with some kind of chemical ringing the doorbell on a cell, or if you like, a key opening up a lock on a cell, or if you prefer, a plug plugging into a socket on a cell. The chemical will sit inside a receptor like a plug sits in a socket or a lock fits into a key. This causes electrical changes, which then causes chemical changes, and then the cell does whatever it does. That's the basics of cell functioning. And why is this important? Because all disease is cell disease. Only your doctor does not know that. Excuse me, I don't mean to rip on doctors. I promised myself I wouldn't do that. Only the medical model doesn't understand that all disease is cell disease, and you have to work at the level of a cell, not the level of a tissue or an organ. That's why yanking out a thyroid or yanking out a gallbladder or yanking out any organ doesn't work. It doesn't make you healthier. Period. What is wrong with medical professionals that they don't understand this? You can't yank out an organ and have a healthier system. It doesn't work that way. If you have a disease, if you're not as healthy as you like, if you're degenerating, which is happening to most of us, more than likely you're looking at some kind of malfunction at the level of a cell, and that means more than likely you're looking at some kind of dysfunction or malfunction at this receptor plug level. Now, this receptor plug interaction is called a ligand interaction. Ligand as in ligament. A ligand is something that fits into something else. The vast majority of ligands in the body are peptides. Ligands are simply things that sit inside the receptors. Ligands are the keys. Ligands are the plugs. Ligands are the things that sit inside the socket or sit inside the lock, however you want to look at it. Ligand as in ligament. If you've got some kind of degenerative disease, and that could be something as simple as acne or something as horrible as cancer or heart disease, chances are you're looking at a ligand problem. Now, peptides are the vast majority of ligands. 90-95% of your ligands are peptides. But amino acids can actually be ligands too. Amino acids can fit into sockets, little dinky amino acids. Not all of them, but some of them. In fact, there's a whole class of these amino acids called excitatory amino acids. Many of you have heard of something called MSG, right? MSG is a classic excitotoxin. And sometimes I'll get letters talking about, MSG is glutamate. Isn't that like an amino acid? Yes, it is. As it turns out, glutamate and glutamine are amino acids, and they can work in the brain. They're excitatory amino acids. Now, in foods, that's not a problem, but the food industry loves excitatory amino acids. Why? Because when you eat an excitatory amino acid, your brain goes, yippee! That food was delicious. I love that. If the excitatory amino acid is stuck into some crappy meat, you're going to think that crappy meat tastes like filet mignon. You could put an excitatory amino acid in anything, an excitatory amino acid like glutamate in anything, and it's going to make your brain happy, no matter what it is. Glycine is another amino acid that acts as a hormone-like chemical, even though it's not excitatory. And actually, glycine has an inhibitory effect. So does GABA. Some of you may have heard of GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid. That's not exactly an amino acid, but it can also act as an excitatory or inhibitory substance, an inhibitory ligand in the brain. The bottom line is that there's lots of stuff that can act as ligands that can initiate chemical reactions. You want to be very careful about these excitatory amino acids, obviously, and that's why MSG is a big problem. Peptides can also act like ligands. As I said, most ligands are indeed peptides, especially in the immune system. Many of these immune system ligands or immune system peptides are called cytokines. You may not have heard of the term cytokines, but I bet a lot of you have heard of the term interleukin. These are for treating cancer, interleukin-2. And these interleukins, interleukin-2 and different interleukins are also cytokines and peptides that help stimulate the immune system, and that's why they use them to treat cancer. We're coming back with more good health information right after this.
There's a guy named Dr. Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor. Both a veterinarian and a naturopathic physician, Doc asks, why is this country spending more money on health care by far and ranking 50th in health and longevity worldwide? Doc believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, taking charge of their life, and attaining optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic pharmaceutical drugs that lead to side effects that require more expensive and toxic pharmaceutical drugs. Talk about being dependent on drug companies to our own destruction, no less. This is clearly a deadly recipe. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the government and big pharma manipulation of our health and healthcare system. I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about healthcare, and I've joined forces with him to help this tireless crusader spread his message. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's deadly recipe lectures. It makes a lot of sense, and I invite you to join our Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's www.brightsideben.com.
Hi, this is Gary Cooper with Midas Resources, Gold and Silver. Government shutdown, inept politicians, entitlements, looming Obamacare. The death of the U.S. dollar as a global reserve currency is what nobody wants to acknowledge. We have a debt bubble that cannot be paid and will eventually crash the dollar. If you're concerned about keeping your money, why not consider storing your wealth in gold and silver? Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130. Together we'll discuss your options of buying gold and silver. Again, the global elite have plans for your money, and it doesn't include you. So call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130, and we'll discuss your options of buying precious metals. Also, I can send you information on how you can roll over your IRA or 401k into a precious metal IRA. Again, don't get caught with money in your account when the dollar crashes. Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130.
Don't answer it! How can I stop these annoying collection calls?
Imagine being free from your debt without settling and with no payment plan, no negotiating or filing bankruptcy, and no attorneys. What if you could eliminate the risk from all your unsecured debt in about 90 days and keep all your money? You can. It's called Zero Debt Guarantee, and it works. There's no other program of its kind on the planet, and we guarantee the results in writing. Call now, 800-477-9256. Let our team of experts provide you with the resources to fight back, stop collection calls, and prevent and stop wage garnishments and bank levies. If you're facing foreclosure, we can help. Don't go it alone. Get free information now by calling 800-477-9256. Talk to an expert who has also completed our program. Call 800-477-9256 for free info, or go to ZeroDebtGuarantee.com. That's 800-477-9256, or go to ZeroDebtGuarantee.com.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
America's #1 source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Welcome back to The Bright Side. Pharmacist Ben here, and we are here every day, 5 days a week, 8 to 9 Pacific Time and 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on the archive page at brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, they're all up there. Got a couple hundred hours of programs up there. Great information. You can if you guys are doing the longevity business, you can always refer your friends to the Brightside Ben archive page. Or if you miss a program, you want to review a program, you can also check out our blog at pharmacistben.com, and you can also click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com if you want to start a longevity business, make some money selling longevity products, and help spread the word about the power and the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Of course, you can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, and make sure you ask about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Multivitamin Mineral Complex Powder. A little scoop in water, sip on it all day long. If you're on medication, you'll notice that your dose of your medication may drop. You may even get yourself totally off your medication. That's what good nutrition can do for you. Appetite suppressant effects, weight loss effects, just feeling better, just more energy. That's what I hear the most. That's the most common compliment or the most common comment I get about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is people just feel better. And no kidding, folks. Stuff is like gasoline for a car. I don't know why sometimes nutrition is such a hard sell. Certainly not to you guys listening to the program, but to a lot of folks out there, nutrition is just a hard sell. I don't understand why that is. It's like gasoline for a car. That's the simplest way to look at it. You're not going to run your car without gasoline. You're not going to run your body without good nutrition. You need more than the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but certainly the BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, is a great way to start yourself on a good nutritional supplement program. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Our number today, and we do have a couple lines open for you, is 855-660-4261. If you haven't been able to get on, if you have questions, you haven't been able to get on to the Brightside, now's your opportunity because we do have a couple lines open for you, 855-660-4261. Okay, so we're talking protein. We're talking protein has so many different functions. People don't often recognize that proteins actually have hormone effects. That means they signal or they command or they order cells to do certain things, lock and key-like phenomena. They have a communication role. Peptides act like hormones. Technically, we call these ligands. The immune system functions this way. The growth system functions this way. There are peptides that are called growth factors. Whey protein is really rich in these growth factors. We've talked about this before, the relationship of whey protein or the relationship of peptides to whey protein. A lot of times vegetarians will tell you, oh, well, you can get everything you need from vegetable-based proteins, and certainly that is true. There are you can get proteins in anything. You get proteins in broccoli and cauliflower and spinach. They all have protein in them, but what whey protein has and what egg protein has that no other proteins have are these peptide growth factors. These are peptides that act like hormones that turn on growth, and they are especially loaded in whey protein. This is what makes whey protein the ultimate growth, repair, anti-aging, muscle building, so-called anabolic protein. The growth factors and egg protein is a close second. In fact, they're both right up there. Those are the two best proteins because of these peptides. These growth factor peptides that help grow the cells of the digestive tract, especially. Remember, human beings are born, mammals in general, are born with premature digestive tracts, and the peptides in mother's milk and the peptides in milk in general is designed to grow the digestive tract. It's also designed to grow or stimulate the growth of the immune system, and this all happens via peptides in the eggs and peptides in milk. Your body can use the growth factors that are found in cow's milk, for example, especially the digestive tract and especially the skin also. The skin grows via peptides called epidermal growth factor and keratinocyte growth factor. A keratinocyte is just a fancy way of saying a skin cell. Skin grows via epidermal growth factor and we'll call it keratinocyte growth factor, but just think about it as skin cell growth factor. Skin cell growth factor, okay? And you can actually get creams these days, super high-end medical grade type creams that contain these peptides, contain skin cell growth factors. This is the idea of peptides in skincare products, which we've been talking about for the last couple of days. Peptides in skincare products are sort of a gray area for skincare manufacturers and for the FDA. The FDA likes to regulate these kinds of things. Anything that works in the body, the FDA wants to regulate. How do you like that? If something works, it gets government controlled. Now, I find that personally very offensive. If something works for your body, the government wants to control it. The FDA wants to control it. And they take their control and they take their power very seriously. They'll come in with like a SWAT team. The FDA, if they think you're selling something that may work, or you're advertising something that says that it works, they'll come into your place with guns a-blazing. They'll come in just like a SWAT team raids a kidnapper who's holding people for ransom. There's like the SWAT team will raid, just as if somebody selling a nutritional supplement like stevia was robbing a bank and holding hostages. They take their power very, very seriously, and they hate peptides and skincare products. Now, they haven't gotten to the point yet where they're going to raid peptide manufacturers yet, but it's still an uncomfortable place for the FDA to be, because sometimes these peptide products actually work. These peptide products in cosmetic ingredients are so powerful they can at least theoretically have like a drug effect. In fact, they're actually called cosmeceuticals, cosmetic pharmaceuticals, cosmeceuticals. And this whole topic of cosmeceuticals is pretty interesting, at least from a skincare chemistry point of view, because cosmeceuticals are a cross between medicine and cosmetics. They're a cross between medicinal type ingredients, which the FDA regulates, medicinal type ingredients that really create changes in the skin, and cosmetic ingredients, which are just beautifying ingredients. This presents a tricky situation for the Food and Drug Administration. Cosmetics are technically defined by the FDA by their intended use. In other words, what constitutes a cosmetic ingredient, according to the Food and Drug Administration, is not so much based on what it is as much as it's based on what it does. In the words of the FDA, the literal definition, according to the FDA, of a cosmetic ingredient is an ingredient that is intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled, or sprayed, or introduced, or otherwise applied to the human body for, here's the operative phrase, for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness, or altering appearance. That's how the FDA defines a cosmetic. So if an ingredient cleanses or beautifies or promotes attractiveness or alters the appearance, the FDA does not regulate that ingredient because it's a cosmetic ingredient. Now, the FDA defines drugs as an ingredient that's used to diagnose, cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent a disease. And it further goes on to say that a drug is a substance that is intended to affect the structure or the function of the body of man or other animals. So drugs affect the structure or function. Cosmetics just beautify and promote attractiveness. Now, that's a tricky place to be, because there's a lot of products now, cosmeceutical ingredients, that can promote attractiveness and can affect the structure and function of the body. They do both. They're cosmeceuticals. And what that means, basically, is that an ingredient that's designed to promote attractiveness or beautify or alter appearance and at the same time affects the structure of the body is both a cosmetic and a pharmaceutical, and as it's called by healthcare professionals and beauty professionals, it's a cosmeceutical. And this presents a conundrum, a problem for the FDA. All right, we'll continue this discussion when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben. 855-660-4261 is our number. We're coming back at you right after this. Don't go away.
An e-cig revolution is sweeping across the country. But is yours American-made? Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig is. Manufactured in Arkansas with 100% USA-sourced ingredients. And when you buy American, you support local jobs. Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig is top quality at an affordable price. The very principle that once drove the American economy. Get great taste with no ash, tar, or smoke. You'll be wondering why you didn't make the change to Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig a long time ago. LeSig.com has everything you need, for beginners to the advanced vaping enthusiast, with a wide variety of hardware, and also imported e-liquid flavors as well. Plus, LeSig smokes the competition with fast, free, same-day shipping, real people customer service, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Support our country and become a Vaporeate at LeSig.com or call 870-525-1440, 870-525-1440. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker.
And the winner of fallback pricing is you. The results are in from Freeze Dry Guy's You Be the Boss, Tell Us What You Want Us to Put on Sale campaign. After getting phone calls, emails, blog, and Facebook comments nominating your favorite freeze-dried foods and dehydrated foods, You the people, you the bosses have spoken. We the staff at Freeze Dry Guy have listened, as we've done since 1970. So now, one item and one entire line of food are on special sale until the end of October. The entire line of popular non-GMO and gluten-free foods are 20% off. The Family First Responders Kit, loaded with delicious freeze-dried foods like hearty beef stew, lasagna, and mouth-watering strawberries, is roughly 30% off. Go to freezedryguy.com. That's freezedryguy.com to order or call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, and make your own deal. Thank you, boss.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
We travel so much, and having a fake TV, well, it gives added peace of mind.
Burglars look for houses that appear to be easy targets. But fake TV can fool even professional burglars into thinking someone is home watching television.
As a recent widow living alone, it gives me great peace of mind to set my fake TV near a window and know that passing motorists and pedestrians will think someone is home watching TV when I'm actually away from home.
Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet, just like a light on a timer.
And they're so easy to use. You just plug them in and they're ready to go. Plus, they're so affordable that we have one upstairs and downstairs.
Fake TV is only $29.95 with free shipping. Order your fake TV by calling 877-5FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Are you tired of searching for great talk radio?
Something more important.
Search no more. We are the GCN Radio Network.
We are back on the bright side. Our number 855-660-4261, and we do have a couple lines open for you. Let's see here. We're talking about peptides in the skin and cosmeceuticals. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about here. Tomorrow we'll talk about enzymes for the skin, enzymes not just internally, as important as they are internally for the digestive system, and metabolic enzymes as well. We'll talk about how you can use enzymes topically on the skin tomorrow, and we'll continue talking about peptides tomorrow. A couple more things I want to tell you about peptides, and we'll talk about enzymes, and this is all as it regards the skin. And then we'll get into digestive enzymes and how important those are, not just for obviously for helping with the digestive system, but also for breaking up fibers that are associated with the inflammatory process. Anytime you have any kind of fibrosis going on, or or inflammatory issues, or even things like dental pain or sinus pain. You can get a lot of good benefits by using digestive enzymes, and we will tell you about that later this week as we continue talking about proteins for building, proteins for anabolism, proteins for building bone, and proteins for building the body. All right, 855-660-4261 is our number. Welcome to the bright side. Ash in New York. What's going on, my man?
Hey there, Ben. Yeah, well, I have a few questions for you regarding this Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
Okay.
About the ingredients. Now, number one, I was curious. I can never find a good multivitamin, and I don't take any vitamins at all. No supplements. Just eat a lot of vegetables, whatever. But thing is but I look at the ingredients list, and I just don't get it. Like 1,500% of vitamin A and only 5% magnesium. For one thing, I mean, magnesium is so critical. Why do they only have 5% of that? And then they have so much of vitamin A. I mean, can't you overdose on vitamin A?
Okay, well, you got a bunch of questions there, a bunch of things going on. Before I even get into that, just for curiosity's sake, why is it, and I'm not trying to be contentious here, but I'm just curious, why is it that you don't supplement?
The reason I don't supplement is every multivitamin or vitamins I look at, I don't like to take a whole bunch of pills, right? And it gets very complicated.
Yeah.
If I could find one vitamin that had everything.
I know. It would be as big as a sandwich if you could have a vitamin that had everything in it. That's the big problem. That's why you have to. And it is a little tricky. But let me get to your questions here. And I do understand. I take personally probably 100 pills a day. And that includes everything that I take, and I do it twice a day. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I got a big thing of vitamins that I take, and then I take my Beyond Tangy Tangerine, my Ultimate EFAs, and all that. So I know what you're saying. It does get complicated, and I can relate. I can feel you on that. Okay. So here's the deal. Let me explain to you the whole idea of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, because there's a lot of misunderstandings about this product. The BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, is not a multiple vitamin. We got a product, Longevity's got a product called the Ultimate Daily, and that's your multiple vitamin. The BTT is not a multiple vitamin. The BTT is a formulation that tops your tank off in the middle of the day. See, when we are on a supplement program, most of us, we're not supplementing throughout the day. We typically will take our supplements in the morning. If you take a multiple vitamin, we'll typically take it in the morning. We'll do it once a day. And then by the middle of the day, you're low on nutrients. And that's when you're most at risk for going out and snacking. That's when you're most at risk for feeling hungry and going out and getting whatever's available. And if you're at work or you're in the middle of the day, chances are you're going to go to McDonald's. You're going to eat a Snickers bar. You're going to have some kind of sweet because you need the energy in the middle of the day. What the BTT allows you to do, it allows you to keep your nutritional tank topped off throughout the day. It is not a multiple vitamin. This is a misunderstanding. It's important to keep it. The importance of the BTT is it keeps your levels of nutrients where they need to be throughout the day. And this is especially important with water-soluble nutrients, your electrolytes, that is potassium and calcium and magnesium, and your B vitamins and vitamin C, because you urinate those out. They come out in your urine, and most of us, we should be going to the bathroom, urinating once or every hour, every 2 hours, or every 3 hours. That means every hour to 2 hours to 3 hours, you're losing nutrients, especially these all-important water-soluble electrolytes and B vitamins and vitamin C. Why is that important? Because we haven't talked about the B vitamins, but I'm just going to tell you this now. The B vitamins are your energy vitamins. They are how a cell gets energy. When you're deficient in B vitamins, and this is a very, very serious problem, and you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, B vitamin deficiency, in my opinion, is one of the most understated and underappreciated nutritional deficiencies we have. The B vitamins are the vitamins of life. They're only found in living foods and supplements. Living foods, meaning foods that are fresh out of the ground or freshly slaughtered meats. Once a meat has been sitting around, or a vegetable's been cooked, or it's been sitting around at the salad bar even, or it's been roasted or steamed or cooked in any way, the first nutrients that leave are the B vitamins, the energy vitamins, the vitamins of life. It is so, so, so important to be replacing these things throughout the day, and that's what the BTT allows you to do. The same is true about vitamin C. Although we know about vitamin C, you hear a lot about vitamin C deficiency, but I suspect that's a much bigger problem than anybody thinks. And again, by using the BTT throughout the day, you will keep your vitamin C levels where they need to be. Now, as far as your 1,500% question goes, and there's some of these, if you look at the RDA values on the BTT, you'll see 2,000%, 1,500%, vitamin B12 at almost 9,000% of the RDAs. Great. The RDAs are ridiculous. They're idiotic. They're dumb. And why are they dumb? Not because scientists are dumb, not because, well, maybe because the government is complicit in keeping us undernourished. That's a whole other story. But the fact is, when the RDAs were designed, we didn't really know what these things were. The RDAs are from the 1940s and 1950s. And we didn't realize that there was more to vitamins than just preventing scurvy and preventing deficiency diseases. When they made the RDAs up, they made them to prevent deficiency diseases. But there's a big difference between preventing deficiency diseases and feeling extremely, abundantly, hugely healthy. So you've got enough B vitamins, maybe vitamin B, say, let's just pick one randomly, vitamin B5, maybe you need to prevent a deficiency disease. Let's say vitamin B1. Deficiency diseases and thiamine are associated with brain problems. Werner-Korsakoff syndrome. Beriberi is the classic name of vitamin B1 deficiency, thiamine. And you only need maybe 10 milligrams a day to keep yourself from getting beriberi. But you need a heck of a lot more than that to have your brain working where it needs to be. Vitamin C, you maybe need 30, 50, 60 milligrams a day to keep yourself from getting scurvy. But you need a heck of a lot more than that to protect your heart and to protect your immune system and to feel vitally healthy. So you can go by the RDAs, and that's what you're going to get if you get a little dinky multiple vitamin. But it's only going to keep you from getting a deficiency disease. It's not going to keep you abundantly healthy, which is your birthright. And one last thing about these supplements that I'll say is, I hate that I have to supplement, and I feel your pain. Ash, I don't like to supplement. I don't like that I have to take 100 pills a day. It's not the way we're supposed to do it.
It's unbelievable you take 100 pills a day.
Well, I take 20 at a time, you know? I mean, I'll take 20 at a pop or 15 at a pop and rinse them down. I'll take, you know, if I could show you my nutritional supplement program, you'd see it's not that hard to do. 50 of them twice a day. It's very easy to do. So, but the point I'm making here, Ash, is I'm like you. I wish we could get everything from food. I don't like that I have to supplement, but our food has been so trashed from the ground up. The soils have been trashed. We got food processing, even just cooking our foods destroys its nutritional value. It creates a situation where we absolutely have to supplement. And how do you know? You'll feel better. You will feel better when you're on the BTT. Hang tight, Ash. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We're coming back at you right after this.
Hey everybody, Jason Lewis here with another great idea from JasonLewisTeam.com. Now, how would you like an energy drink that's actually good for you? That's right, one that not only gives you an afternoon pick-me-up, but that's loaded with the most important antioxidants for reducing the damage from stress. It's called Pollen Burst, and it's a natural burst of energy that lasts for hours. Now, most energy drinks rely on a massive dose of caffeine, sugar, or even vitamin B. Pollen Burst takes a more balanced approach, and that's why I like it. I also love the fact that Pollen Burst has plenty of vitamin D and green tea extract. This is the best energy drink I've ever tried. So trust me, you'll not only like it better than the others, you'll love the way it's individually packaged for freshness as well. They've got these on-the-go stick packs. They're great. Pollen Burst. It's available at JasonLewisTeam.com or simply call 1-855-310-TEAM. For a natural burst of energy, it's Pollen Burst at JasonLewisTeam.com or 1-855-310-TEAM.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these specials. A 14 by 21 foot shop for under $6,000 or a 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's $5,000 1,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Is there such a thing as gluten-free emergency kits?
Yes. And for celiacs, there is no other than glutenfreeemergencykits.com. If you or a loved one has celiac disease, you need a gluten-free emergency kit to survive. Our kits are natural, non-GMO, low sodium, low cholesterol, soy-free, contain no artificial colors or MSG, and carry the celiac Spruce seal of approval. Now get our March Grab and Go Bucket special for only $29.99 at glutenfreeemergencykits.com. Glutenfreeemergencykits.com. Better foods, better living.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Hello, I'm Steve Shank. Everybody's heard the statement that what you don't know can't hurt you. But truth is, what you don't know is the only thing that can hurt you. For example, you might not know how our country's wars can hurt you. Japanese radiation and the Gulf oil spill are destroying your seafood. People don't understand how America's 50-year worst drought is hurting them. Our natural disaster experience has proven relief organizations can't take care of the victims. And there's the huge question of how the government will feed all the people that it's promised to feed with no food. What if we made the whole country into one big neighborhood where we take care of each other by taking care of ourselves? Here's the plan. For every new E-Pack 60-day food supply that you order, eFoods Direct will send a 7-day food supply to each of 2 families in your name, free of charge. Go to efoodsdirect.com or call 800-876-0871. 800-876-0871. efoodsdirect.com.
The GCN Radio Network, providing the world with hard-hitting talk radio. GCN. Great talk radio starts here.
All right, welcome back. Ash in New York. We're talking about the BTT, and let's see. You had a couple. Did I answer your question, by the way? Or did you have something else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, it's just tough, I guess,
It is tough, and that's why you got to listen to the bright side. That's why we do this program, because it is tough. I understand. I'm a pharmacist, and I still think it's a little bit complicated. But I try to clear it up every day here on the bright side as best as I can. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah. No, I just always thought, I know B and C, you can take a lot of it. I know the RDI stuff's a bunch of, it's ancient, and it has really not much of a basis at all, but vitamin A, you can overdose on.
No, you cannot. That's nonsense. Nonsensical nonsense. If you took a whole bottle of them and took a million IU at a time, maybe you have, and you did it for a month or 2 months, you might get something called hypervitaminosis, which is where you might get, you'd have some temporary liver problems, but you'd have to be an idiot to do it, and it would go away once you stopped. So no, you cannot overdose, with the exception of being ridiculous and idiotic and just swallowing a whole bottle, and even then you're not going to die. You just get a little sick. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you can't. It's not like a drug. It's nowhere near like a drug or even like an herb.
So this amount per day is fine, you're saying?
Absolutely. And go by your results. That's how you want to go. Don't trust me. Don't trust your doctor. Don't trust anybody but yourself and your body. And that's the bottom line of this whole thing. Get on the BTT, Ash. Try it. See what you think. In fact, why don't you do this, Ash? Send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Actually, send it to pharmacistbenletters@gmail.com. Say Ash from New York, and then put your address in there. I'll send you out a freebie. But you got to call me back on the air and tell me what you noticed, okay? Is that a deal?
Oh, yeah, sure. Now, that's just one of the things. There's only 5% magnesium, so you have
you need more magnesium. You need more vitamin A. Again, the BTT is not going to give you it's not going to give you everything you need. It tops off your tank. Does that make sense how I explain that?
Yeah, no, that's cool. I understand that. You explained it now. Now, it also has some ingredients. I didn't get it. Like, it's got aluminum, arsenic, lead.
Okay, that's a great question. But you know what? That's a really important question, okay? Very important. And I've gone over it periodically. And I'm just going to say this real quick because I've got a bunch of people I want to get to here. There's different kinds of minerals. There's organic minerals and there's industrial minerals. Industrial minerals are not the same as organic minerals. And by organic, I'm talking about made by plants. There's plant-derived minerals and there's industrial minerals. Now, that's a bit of a simplification, but without getting into too much chemistry, that's enough info. You're not going to get industrial toxic minerals in the BTT. You guys, listen up, because I hear this more often than I should. You're not going to get industrial toxic minerals in the BTT. The aluminum is plant-derived aluminum. It comes from the earth. All the minerals come from the earth. They're not industrial pollutants. Industrial pollutant minerals are not the same as plant-derived organic minerals, period. So you're not going to get any industrial toxicity. I won't be sitting home. I'm a healthcare professional, dude. This is my job, is to make you better, to make you feel healthier. If I'm telling you something, I'm not some radio guy. I'm a healthcare professional who's dedicated his entire life to helping you feel better. If it had toxic aluminum in it, you think I'm going to be sitting here on the air telling you to take it? You think I would be taking it or drinking it all day? So does that make sense, bro? The aluminum, the mercury, those come from the earth. They're plant-derived. That's a completely different issue than methyl mercury, which is an industrial toxin. And there's a lot of reasons.
I got it. That makes sense. That's good explanation. Now, this is aspartic acid, same thing.
Same deal, bro. Same deal. Aspartic acid and aspartates can act like neurotransmitters, which I talked about earlier. These amino acids are excitatory. But you still need aspartic acid. It's an amino acid. It's required for a whole slew of things, including liver function. These are amino acids that you need. All right, so I got to move on, Ash, but feel free to call back, or you can always send me an email. Send me an email with your address. I'll send you out a BTT. You could try it yourself, okay?
What's that email address again?
Send it to brightsideletters@gmail.com. Brightsideletters@gmail.com, or you can send it to letterstopharmacistben@gmail.com. Either one of those, okay?
Okay, I'll send it to brightsideletters@gmail.
Say Ash from New York, and put your address and put your phone number in there too for FedEx. Okay? Thanks, bro. Got to move. Okay, Greg in Iowa. Is that right? Are you in Iowa, Greg?
Yes.
What's up? How can we help you today?
Well, I've been dealing with rosacea for quite some time, and as I get older,
it gets worse.
I'm 57. It's getting worse.
You want to treat it so easily, you're not going to believe how easy it is, and you're not going to believe you spent 50 years or 40 years or whatever it was with rosacea. Okay. Rosacea is a digestive condition. Surprise, surprise. Anytime you see redness in the body, inappropriate redness, in chemistry or in health we call it vasodilation. Vaso means blood vessels. Dilation means opening up. Vasodilation, blood vessels opening up. Anytime you see that inappropriately, you're looking at an allergic response. Not any time, but most of the time, a lot of the times, you're looking at an allergic response. Certainly temperature changes can do it and other things, but for the most part, when it just happens, you're looking at some kind of immune system reaction. And as we've said so many times in this program, when you have an immune system reaction, the first thing to look at is the digestive system. Greg, my friend, you're 57. You have to know that there are foods you have a problem with, correct?
Well, I was going to add, too, that I've also been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis.
Well, hello. You think I'm Psychic Ben here?
Yeah.
I'm not. This is how it works. Rosacea is a classic sign of H. pylori bacteria and digestive problems, so here's what you do. Number one, focus on problem foods. And this will take care of your ulcerative colitis as well. You'll kill two birds with one stone. Number one, focus on problem foods, eliminate them. Anytime a food affects your digestive system or anytime you have a digestive problem, link it to a food and eliminate that food. Number two, get yourself on the Nightly Essence product from Longevity ASAP today, as soon as you hang up the phone. Nightly Essence probiotic. Start taking 6 of them a day. You'll notice results almost right away. You'll notice your digestive system feels better, your bowel movements are better, and your skin is going to get better. Get on the Ultimate Enzymes. Take those after all your meals. Use apple cider vinegar after all your meals. That's incredibly important for rosacea because of the bacteria, the H. pylori, that thrives under conditions of low acid. And apple cider vinegar can help replace the acid. In fact, what I would do is I'd have a doctor prescribe HCl drops for you. might be time to get some real intense acid measures. Apple cider vinegar may not be enough for you. But either way, hydrochloric acid drops, get a doctor to write a prescription for you and get it at a pharmacy, or you can use the apple cider vinegar. So you're going to focus on the digestive system. Use lecithin after meals, eliminate problem foods, get on the noni juice and the aloe or any kind of aloe product to soothe the digestive tract. You can get pasteurized aloe, or you can get the longevity noni product. Use bone soup as a regular source of nutrition and protein. And if you have problems with chicken, you're going to have to stay away from it, but hopefully you don't. And let's see what else. Focus on the digestive system. It is not a skin problem. It is not a bacteria problem. Do you get that? That's the most important point. And even more important, you're running grave risks for all kinds of horrible degenerative disease and accelerated aging with rosacea and ulcerative colitis. It's a serious problem. I wish we had more time because can I get you to call back tomorrow and we'll get you first up, because it's a very good question with the combination of ulcerative colitis and rosacea. Can you call back tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be at work, so I'm not going to be able to, but I'll try back sometime.
Okay. Did I help you? Is there anything else?
No, I've been taking notes. So
you have. Oh, okay, you've taken it. Okay, good deal. Call me during the week or send me an email and I'll give you some more help. Some folks have been holding for a while. Thanks so much for your call from Iowa. Lena in Texas got about a minute. How can we help you?
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's going on? Happy Monday.
Thank you. I have a question regarding whey protein.
Yes,
I went to the store the other day, and I noticed that there is a whey isolate and a whey concentrate. Which one?
Concentrate for most people. Concentrate's less processed. With protein, the big problem with protein is processing, because proteins are very, very sensitive, especially the good ones, and whey protein is very sensitive. In fact, Steve Ewer, who knows a lot about protein, he does the One World Whey, he tells you not to even blend your protein. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, although his point is well taken. You don't want to have a processed protein. The isolates are very processed, and the fact that they're so heavily processed means you lose a lot of the value. However, for people who have allergies or who have sensitivities or can't handle whey, they have some kind of protein intolerance or lactose intolerance, really, or some kind of intolerance, they may need to use the isolates. But for most people, the whey protein concentrate is going to be good enough, and that's the way you want to go. Less processing is always in your interest. The isolates are for people who have a problem with whey, and by the way, the isolates are also more expensive. So I'd be using the concentrate. That's just fine for most folks. All right, Lena, we're out of time. I'm so sorry, and if I left you on hold, I apologize as well. Got to call earlier in the program, you guys, because the phone lines fill up quickly. All right, thanks so much for joining us on the bright side. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about protein and peptides and anabolic nutrition, and then hopefully, if not tomorrow, the next day we'll talk about enzymes and nutrition, enzymes in the skin, and enzymes and digestion. All right, check out my website, pharmacistben.com or brightsideben.com, and please click on the Join the Team link and help me in my mission to educate the world and about the power and the importance of a good nutritional supplement program, and make some money too. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye for now.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.